Hey everybody, it is Details and me, and I am back. I took a much needed break, and I wish I could say that that break was seriously because I was just tired. No, I had a busted eardrum. Has anybody ever experienced such a thing? My God, let me tell you. And I wish I had a cool story. Like, I wish I could tell you that I was like on some incredible like 5-mile hike somewhere up in the most beautiful regions of mountains, and you know, the lack of air or what is it? What happens when your ears pop because no, I don't have a cool story. I had bronchitis and I coughed too hard. Literally. That's my story. That's me. That's me. That's the kind of thing that happens to me. I coughed too hard. I busted my eardrum. The worst pain I've ever felt. And literally for like 3 weeks, I dealt with dizziness, with headaches, just not feeling good. Yeah. So I've been missing my garage, but here I am in 2025. I am back and I am ready to go. And today I have an update on Pan's Ceramic Spray Sealant. This is our 2-month update. Now I do want to say just right away, there are a couple different ways that you could or can apply Pan's Ceramic Spray Sealant, okay? And in fact, I think I have it here. So you can apply it dry. So like as a quick detailer on a dry surface. You can also apply it as a drying aid on a wet surface, and then you can also apply it as a spray on rinse off. So if you apply it dry, okay, you're gonna get about 6 to 12 months protection. I did not apply it dry. Okay, I just tried it on 2 different panels because I wanted to see what the longevity was without using it on a dry surface, okay? So I used it on one panel as a drying aid, and then I used it on another panel as a spray on rinse off, okay? So if you use it in those 2 ways, you're gonna get maybe 3 to 4 months protection. And that is very dependent upon the elements in which the car you've applied it on is in, right? So the car that I applied it on is a daily driver. It's not garage kept, so it sits outside. It drives through very rural areas, and I'm talking like farming, you know, lots of dust, lots of dirt, lots of things in the air that just accumulate onto the paint. So if I do this update and I do not get 4 months protection, because honestly, this update is month 2. If I do not get that kind of protection, it's totally understandable. Again, everything is dependent upon, right, the situation, the occurrences, where the car is being kept, how it's being kept. We all know this, right? But I'm excited to see how it did. Again, 2-month update, so we will give that a go. I am going to actually be giving this paint a good decontamination wash today, and I'm going to be using the 3 pH system. Now, Labo's 3 pH system is something that everybody knows about. I mean, it's Labo, right? This is an amazing system. Do you have to use the 3 pH system? Well, not if you have, which one is it? Primus 2.0. If you have 2.0, you really only need the 2 pH system, right? So you have your Primus, which is your alkaline wash. You have your Primus, which is your acidic wash. And then if you would like, you also have the Simper, which is your bucket wash, okay? So this neutralizes everything. This actually gives you a kind of double whammy when it comes to the decontamination process, right? So it's not going to hurt if you use this. Like, this is only going to help the decontamination process, right? Help add that lubrication when you're going in for your contact wash, but it is absolutely not needed if you have the Primus 2.0. Primus, did I say that right? So anyway, we are going to test these out today. I have used them several times. I've never made a video on them, so I thought today would be the perfect time to showcase Labo's amazing product. So let's talk a little bit about this maintenance wash 3 pH system. This was designed obviously as a pivotal part of the washing care process, and Labo really pays attention to what the detailer, what the consumer of their products needs within their wash process. I don't know if you've seen Reggie from Labo, if you've seen any of his podcasts or any of the things that he's done. The man is a genius. But this line really thinks about, again, what the detailer needs to get the results, right, that they want. We all know as detailers, perfection is really never possible, although some of us strive for it. I don't ever strive for it, but gosh, we want to get dang near close, right? Like, we want our cars to be as perfect as possible in the conditions that they're in, right? And you can't get any closer than with these products for Labo. So if you have not given them a try, and please, this is not a paid promotion. I purchased these products on my own, but I do stand by them because, again, they're an amazing company. So let's just quickly talk about their 3 pH system. There is an alkaline pH, which will remove all of your organic residues, right? You have Primus, which is, or Primus, gosh, I wish I really knew how to pronounce things. 2.0, Primus, right? It does the same thing. So this is your alkaline wash. You can use this 1 to 50. You can use this 1 to 30. So 1 to 30 more in like your winter months, right? When you're using it as a maintenance wash. You can use it then 1 to 50 in the summer months, right? You can also use it as a pre-wash. So anywhere from 1 to 5 to 1 to 15. Today we're going to be using it 1 to 10. I have found that that's kind of the perfect dilution when you have a car that you really want to decontaminate. Okay, so today we're going to be using it 1 to 10. Shout out to Chemex for their foam cannons. I'm not sure if I have the colors right, to be honest with you, in terms of like Chemex, but I have Primus 2.0, the alkaline in the blue, and I have the acidic, which is the Purifica in the red. I could be completely backwards on those colors. Does it really matter? I don't think so, right? Like as long as I know what I'm using them for, that's all that I care about. But these come in handy, man, when you're doing a 2 pH wash, a 2 pH system. So then step 2, after you use a Primus 2.0 as your pre-wash, you're gonna let it dwell. You don't want to let it dwell for too long. Obviously, you don't want to let it dry, especially if it's in the summer months, right? It is 58 degrees outside, so I'm going to let it dwell, you know, a good probably 3 minutes. I think you can let it dwell 3 to 5 again. Please don't take my word for that. It's really depending on the conditions that you're in when you're using it. But again, it's 58 degrees. It is not hot. The sun is out, but it's not blaring. So I'm going to let it do its thing for at least 3 minutes today. Then you're going to follow up with Purifica, which is the acidic wash, okay? And that is in the red foam cannon from Chemex today. You can do this 1 to 60, right, on a regular maintenance wash. So wonderful dilutions here. Again, as part of a decontamination wash, I'm going to use it again at a 1 to 10 dilution. So this is, again, kind of using it as a pre-treat, really getting onto that paint where I can, you know, unclog it, right? Because it's been through the elements. It has not been washed in 2 months, literally. And I hate to say that because, you know, it's my daughter's car, and as a mom who details, that's pretty awful to say, but we've been busy, right? We've been busy, and this girl's never home, like ever. So she's out of town. She's on vacation right now with her boyfriend. She's in, I don't remember where she's at. Well, actually I do, but I'm not going to tell you. Anyway, she's having a great time, but she left her car here, so now I get to wash it, right? Amazing. That's what I wanted. So you're going to use the Purifica as the second part or second step. And then as your bucket wash, you have Simper. Okay, so you can use Simper. It's actually 1 to 1,000. That dilution is insane, right? 1 to 1,000, and it does its thing. And this isn't going to alter the decontamination process that is carried out by these two beauties right here, okay? All it's going to do is kind of provide that extra mechanical, extra decontamination. It's just going to provide extra, right? It's going to give you more. Is it needed? No, it's not. Again, if you have the Primus 2.0, you don't necessarily need Simper. We're going to use it today, again, just for that extra lubrication and just because I want to use it as a true 3 pH system. The 2 pH system works just fine, but it's here, so why not? And guess what? You know, my little invention here is still working perfectly. Don't hate, right? This is innovative, okay? But in 2025, we're getting this thing mounted on a wall, okay? And we're also getting a new hose because this Walmart cheapie, I'm over it. You know what else we're getting? We're getting a quick connect. I don't even have a quick connect, guys, but you know what? You know, we're coming up in 2025. Okay, so we're going to look at water behavior really quickly. We used Pan's ceramic spray sealant here as a drying aid. We used it here as a rinse aid. It has not been washed in 2 months. It has been in the elements. Again, let's see how she looks. Okay, so right now it's still sheeting over here. It's kind of a slow sheet. But again, remember you guys, this is only like a 3-month, maybe 4-month a longevity claim, right? When it's used as a drying aid or a rinse aid. So it's definitely still there. Is it clogged? Is it masked right now by dirt and debris and everything else in our environment? Absolutely. Let's look right here as a rinse aid. Okay, so once again, a very slow sheet. A very slow sheet. So is there something there? Yes. Is it perfect right now? No. Does it need to be decontaminated? Absolutely. But regardless, let's take a look again. Okay, and looking at this side as a drying aid, I can definitely see that more protection, right, has kind of adhered to the surface than it has here as a rinse aid. So that's kind of interesting. But once again, this side is holding up much better. So again, the drying aid side, but is there still something present? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it slowed down because it's decontaminated? Also, absolutely. So let's give her a wash with Primus and Purifica, and we'll come back with Simper for her contact, and let's see if that made any difference. Hi guys, if you like this kind of content, please please subscribe. I've been gone for a while, so you know that whole algorithm thing. I need help getting it back on track. So please help me out. It costs you nothing. It helps my channel out. I appreciate it, guys. Okay, so we just filled the bucket with Simper here, 1 to 1,000. Didn't smell the acidic or the alkaline shampoo, Purifica or Primus, because I don't know, once I hear that they're like alkaline or acidic, like in my mind, I just feel like, oh, those are too, low or too high on the pH scale. And I feel like probably not good to smell. Now, is this good to smell? Probably not, but am I going to? Absolutely, right? So here we go. Okay, like, it's not a bad smell. It's not bad. It smells like, you know what it smells like? It's taking me back to like little beaded, like bath balls. Ew, that didn't sound right. Ladies, you'll know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, like in the 80s, and I entirely aged myself right now. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to embrace our age in 2025. Anyway, there were little beaded bath things that my mom used to use back in like the 80s. I think they were from like Avon. And it was like a bath oil. Not a bad smell, but this is what that reminds me of. So it's not something... Why do I keep smelling it? God, it's a problem. It's a problem. But anyway, we have it 1 to 1,000 diluted in our bucket. We are going to get going with first the Primus, then we're going to get going with the Purifica, totally decontaminating our paint. Then we'll come in with a contact wash. Again, that's not needed. I'm just doing it because that's a true 3 pH system. And I want to use it. I want to. Why not? So we will get that done, and then we will check on the hydrophobicity of pan ceramic spray sealant. We'll see how long it really lasted in the elements and the conditions that we are in. I'm excited to figure out and see. Here we go. Okay, so here we have Primus. I am letting it dwell for about 3 minutes. Again, it's a nice day outside. It's not too hot. The sun is out, but it's not blaring. It's 58 degrees. 3 minutes, I think, is a perfect time. You probably could leave it for about 5. I'm going to give it 3 just because I want to keep it on the safe side, right? Better safe than sorry. Okay, now we're going to come in with Purifica, which is our acidic wash. We're going to let that dwell a second. So you guys, I did not smell these soaps ahead of time, the acidic or the alkaline, because, I mean, really, let's keep it safe in 2025. Why do I keep saying that? In 2025? I'm just so baffled it's already 2025. Anyway, the experience, though, when you are actually in the process of using these washes, the smell lingers in the air. It smells so good, you guys. It again is not overpowering, excuse me, and it's not like fruity. It's just such a nice, like almost almondy vanilla scent. I'm totally here for it. The experience is wild, you guys, wild. Now we're coming in for that contact wash. I'm not so worried about grit and grime anymore because with that 2 pH wash, this paint is clean. This is just a double insurance now. Hey guys, moment of truth. Here we go. Okay guys, so is there any protection left? After the decontamination wash, slow to sheet. Slow to sheet. Is there still protection there? I mean, I believe so. Okay guys, so the paint is still clogged. Again, it goes through the elements, so I am going to use water spot remover because I really feel like it is clogged with minerals. This car drives up and down gravel and dirt roads, so I guarantee that it is an issue. So we're going to give it a good spray, let it dwell about 1 to 2 minutes, and then go from there. Okay, so we're gonna give it a good spray. We're not gonna rub it in. We're gonna let it dwell 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so what's the verdict? So there is the drying aid side. So I mean, it's sheeting pretty good, right? 2 months. You know what? That's, so the side that I used as a rinse aid is much slower to sheet, as you can see. Okay, let me flood the panel there. So much slower to sheet, but there's still protection. Okay, so this is the rinse aid side. Here's the drying aid side. Okay, so there's with flooding the panel, an obvious protection still there. Still there. So it's still going. It's still going. After 2 months, I'm pretty happy with that. Go pan.